G'day guys, welcome back to The Average Garage. I know it's been a hot minute, there's been a lot going on, but let me update you on where we're at. So, Sleepy 6 has been tuned. 40 Ford was the closest guess. She made 282 rear wheel kilowatts, which is just under 400 horsepower. So yeah, pretty impressed with that. As you can see, the color looks absolutely amazing. And I've done one more little mod to her. So we open this up. I've gone to a new hard pipe. So obviously I redid the stainless steel intercooler piping not long ago. Didn't document that because whatever, but I've got a nice PSR cast alloy piece on there now without the Bunnings doorknob or the door stop, whatever you want to call it. So that's gone. Still Bluetooth, don't worry about that. We don't need that. But yeah, she's been tuned. Right, so she did make 282 rear wheel kilowatts, so yeah, just shy of 400 horsepower. Pretty happy with it, it absolutely boogies. The big thing that was holding me back is I'm still running the FG intercooler, so that doesn't breathe very well apparently. But yeah, went through Rob at Monster Talk, pretty happy with how it drives and performs, goes like a shower of shit. We did also put a high flow cat on there as well, so it's still got the original dump, but it's a high flow cat section, which is 3-inch, so it's 3-inch the whole way through. It farts really loud now, especially on high boost gear changes, it farts incredibly loud. But yeah, still goes, sounds good, drives well, does all it's supposed to do. Cruise control works now as well because the torque tabling mapping thing, I don't know, it's above my pay grade, in the tune was all out of whack. So that's all sorted, has been lowered as well. I'm not sure if I mentioned that before. So looking side on, I know it's not the best lighting, but you'll live, but it is a little bit lower than what it was. But the caveat to that, there is an issue with it being low. We climb down here. How low the exhaust and gearbox are. As you can see, problems. You can just see the high flow cap there as well. That flange is pretty low. Now that's a bit of an issue because, as you know, with low cars, especially when the low part is dead center of the freaking car, every time I go over a decent speed hump, it scrapes. And I know that if I hit the exhaust, I've got about an inch before I smash my transmission, which I really don't want to do. I've already done it once. Luckily, I do have a steel pan, not a plastic pan though. That is a little bit of a savior. Now, another thing I want to mention is I found more troublesome stuff. This is little stuff to everybody else, but annoys me. That spot there, that's actually slag in the glass from welding. Another thing I have been up to is I put boot struts in it, so now the boot doesn't fall on my head. Now, why have I done that? Because I've been spending a lot of time in here. Not in the way some people might think. I haven't been sticking myself in the boot. But if we open this up, we can see this isn't screwed down, and there's a good reason for that. Fuel pump wiring. So, I've obviously put the Walbro 460 in there, but I've now been having issues with the wiring. I don't know if it's the wiring or the terminals or the pass-throughs or whatever, but essentially what happened, I'll put a photo up on screen, I melted a bulkhead connector, which wasn't really fun because, yeah, it blew a 30 amp fuse and I was wondering why, and I'll insert the clip here. Well, boys, I think I found the problem with my fuel pump. Yeah, your main power is not supposed to do that, bud. You can see what the problem was. I have put a new bulkhead connector in there. Now, what I'm trying to do is figure out where the rest of the problem is. Some people have said the wiring's too thin. That is 25 amp rated wire, and the pump apparently draws 22 amps. Either way, something is not quite right. Because it's still reaching about 58-ish degrees. That's why I've got that in there, because I've been measuring the temperature of it. But yeah, it's getting too hot. Now, I've asked around on a few pages as well. Some people are using the stock pass-through for the wiring. Not a big fan of that. Yeah, I've seen what happens to a pass-through connector. You've seen what happens to a pass-through connector. But yeah, really not a fan of that because that's not good. Now, couple of plans I've got. I'm going to just walk upstairs a little bit and then I can discuss what's happening and what I'm waiting for. All right, so we're almost up the top of the stairs. We're not really though, we're about halfway. But as you can see, there's a lack of a hoist. So I'm currently in the market for a hoist. I'm looking for a 2-post 4-ton hoist. If anybody has any hookups, let me know. I am reaching out to a couple of places, and I really would like Tough Lift to get back on board because they really helped with the first one. But essentially, the hoist is pretty much going to go just to that side of where the Falcon is now, so that I can still open the dunny door, because that's obviously a must. I've picked myself up a toolbox. Honestly, these are so cheap at Bunnings now, it's ridiculous. $8.49 for a 72-inch roll cab. That's 1.8 meters long. So that, I don't know who's seen my toolbox at home, but essentially I want to consolidate big toolbox at home into that. I'm trying to get all of the storage in this place sorted. So yeah, it's there's a lot happening. Also, I haven't mentioned it anywhere else yet. No socials or anything. I have been pretty dead on everything, but it's a new project underway. The only thing I do want to give away, because everything's still up in the air, but essentially there was going to be another engine put into the Beetle. Now, the logistics of that, it's not going to happen. So, as the missus puts it, the best way to describe it is, essentially I bought an engine for the Beetle, and now I've bought another car for the engine that I bought for the Beetle. So, there's been a few little hints around here over time, but yeah, it's all coming, hopefully. So it's just a matter of actually getting it done, and I do have to get this new vehicle registered. That's what I'm waiting for at the moment. That's what's been in the pipeline for the last couple of months. Once it's registered, then all hands on deck, then I can start getting everything going. Like I said, I also want to get the hoist in here set up. Once I get the hoist set up, then I can actually start working on things in here, move the work out of my shed at home into this unit. So that'll be a lot more exciting. Hopefully a lot more freeing. I'll actually have more space and stuff. So I find at home in the shed, I just run out of space. By the time I start stripping stuff, putting it on the bench gets dirty, all the rest of it. All right, we're upstairs. So as you can see, I've inherited quite a few Volkswagen parts. So I cleared out a small workshop. They had a bunch of stuff. So I've cleared it all out. There's also another little sneaky thing right there. I might have a plan for that. But essentially, got a whole heap of stuff, a couple of Type 3 guards. So yeah, we'll see what happens with all this. But essentially I've made a bunch of storage up here. So we've got room to move stuff around and store things. So another thing, as a little bit of an update for the Falcon as well, I don't know if I documented this anywhere, but essentially I absolutely cooked the Falcon at some point. I think it was around Father's Day or something. I don't know, I can't remember. But either way, it was about a month or two ago. Took it out for a spin, and essentially it started getting quite warm. So I turned the heater on full ball, and that brought it back down in temp. Now it turns out I cracked the heater core, so it filled about three litres of coolant into the passenger footwell of the car. Thanks, that was fun. But yeah, I've had to do a heater bypass now. So you can see there, now got a Bluetooth heater because heater core's cracked. So we've also gone back to a standard Falcon radiator. That's like a AdRad special, but now I can run proper EL thermofans, because any of the OGs on the channel that are watching from early will have noticed that I had a big eBay aluminium radiator. They never fit properly. It doesn't matter how many people you tell online that they don't fit, people will still buy them, and then they go, oh, it doesn't fit, and you got to trim a bunch of shit, and you can't run the proper thermofans. So now we're back to normal thermofans. I'm happy with that. And we've, yeah, smaller radiator, bigger thermofans. Thermofans actually have a shroud and actually work. Now that is what makes it worth it. We've also done just a little bit of a general tidy up in here, fixed a few things up. So it is an ongoing project. Now, next thing we've got to do is obviously fix the fuel pump wiring. Also needs a new battery, because that battery's just about carked it. So if anybody's got a hook up for some decent batteries, let me know. Otherwise I'll be going to see Craig. Craig is a freaking legend. If you don't know who Craig is, you should probably go find out who Craig is. He's from Old School Car Audio. He's also got a YouTube channel. Go check him out. He is probably one of the most down-to-earth, best people I've actually met. He's just a very genuine dude. Love that guy to bits. Yeah, I'll be seeing him soon anyways, but yeah, might go pick a battery up from him. We'll see. Custom tool I made. That was to get the fuel pump sender unit out. It's all one big cartridge. It's a pain in the ass. Next port of call, that there diff. She needs a rebuild. So another issue that I have identified with the Falcon is that the diff is hurt. So ever since I've had this car, the diff has howled from day one. So it howls on cruise and decel, or no, cruise and accelerating, decel it doesn't. Pretty sure the pinion bearings are shot. So yeah, I've been meaning to do it for a long time, I just haven't done it, but I've been tossing up what to do, and the reason I have held off for so long is I'm in mixed opinions. I can put a Fab House front end in this and run bigger brakes and the same wheels and all the rest of it, or whatever, change wheels. I can rebuild the diff that's in it, run the standard brakes and just leave most things as it is. Or, flip side, I put a different diff in it out of an AU, I put a B Series K-frame in, I get bigger brakes, stronger diff, all the rest of it, but it's obviously a lot more work. So I'm kind of tossing up what to do, and I'd love to hear, if you guys are still watching, I'd love to hear your opinions down below as to which direction I should take this, because I want to just enjoy the car, but I also want to be able to take it to the track and not run out of brakes and slam it into a wall. That would be fantastic, because these brakes are shit. So tell me what you think. Obviously, if I do a B Series K-frame swap and a diff swap, I lose these wheels. Now, I can't say I'm in love with them. I do love them, but if I had to change them, it's not the end of the world. So I will have to change to the new Falcon offset, because these are like a +6 or something, and you go to a +35 or a +40 or something like that. But yeah, tell me what you think. Should I bite the bullet, do a heap of work, park it up for a bit, blow it to pieces, do a bunch of custom stuff, or should I leave it as it is and just rebuild the diff that's in it and enjoy it until I either get bored and sell it, or, I don't know, do something else with it? Tell me your thoughts in the comments below. Now, other than that, we've obviously got the Beetle. So all the machine stuff isn't mine. I wish it was, because it's nice stuff, but I can't remember how to play with it anyways. Now, with the Beetle, I don't know what to do with it. I'm kind of tossing up whether I do more to it or just sort of leave it and enjoy it. I'm not 100% sure. I kind of want to play with it more, but there's a few things that obviously hold me back from that. So let me know your thoughts on it, because the thoughts that I'm having at the moment sort of rhyme with schmags. So yeah, that would be cool. Obviously, it's just a matter of getting in and doing it. It would be on a budget as well. So yeah, if that's something you want to see, let me know. Obviously, I'm open to influence and bad decisions, but yeah, we're just trying to make stuff happen, man. But the reason I have been so quiet is literally getting all of this set up. It doesn't happen in a day. It's definitely not cheap. We're probably more than about $500,000 into this whole scenario. So yeah, it's there is multiple uses for this. It's not just all mine, but yeah, it is what it is. So definitely ain't cheap. Definitely doesn't happen in a day. Hence why I've been on a bit of a hiatus. And honestly, it's been a lot easier to work on stuff without filming. So a lot of people don't realise that when you do film stuff, everything takes 4 times longer. You've got to set the camera up, you've got to move around, and then you spend, geez, almost, you could spend easily 8 hours editing a 15-minute video. It's very easy to do. So we've been pushing and pushing and pushing, and we're getting it done slowly. We've also got a Cap Industries fire bracket. Yet to fit that one too. So fire extinguisher bracket for the Falcon, so we don't catch on fire and burn to death. Right, now, lucky last, before I finish this up, I just want to say a massive thank you to anybody who's watched it this far, or watched it all actually. But yeah, I really do appreciate all the support. I know I've been dormant for quite a while, but I do want to get back into things. Obviously, it's just a matter of time and making it work. Yes, I need a haircut. That will happen soon, and then by the time you see me again, it will probably need cutting again. Regardless. Anyways, all of this, you can see there's wire up there. That's dual purpose. The wire is to stop boxes being pushed off the edge, but I want to hang flags up here. The whole lot. I want that all covered in flags, right? By flags, I mean banners. So I want your opinions. What flags do we want to see up there? I want to get a flag from all the channels that I watch. I want to support the channels. Two, I just want to get a nice flag, like a wall of flags up there. I'm going to order my own as well. Probably won't sell them because it's too hard for me to actually do merch, and nobody buys it anyways, to be brutally honest. Well, very few people buy it. Some people have, and I really appreciate that, but it's too hard for me as a single man band to organise, sell, work full time and do the rest. So it's not worth it for me. And Redbubble can eat it because, yeah, that's a whole thing that happened. Anyways, I want to put all banners up there, like Grindhard Plumbing Co., all the other guys in Australia that I watch as well. So that's one thing I want to do. So if you have any that you reckon would suit up there as well, that would be awesome to hear. And if there's any artists watching that want to do a mural, reach out. Obviously, I'm broke ass bitch. I can't afford much. I did those myself. These are some that I've done myself just because I can, and I got bored. Me and the missus did them. So I did that spaceship. She did the dog. I did the alien man. She did that spaceship with a high definition 4K cow being sucked up by the spaceship. But this wall over here, yes, this wall here, I want to do a mural on. So we've got some stuff in the works. I'm going to give it a whirl myself, but if you have any designs up there, if you're an artsy person, feel free to make a design. If I really like it, we'll try and make it work on the wall. Or if you're an artsy person that does murals, let me know. Reach out to me over Facebook or something, and we'll try and make something work. All right, to anybody that has made it this far, I really appreciate you guys sticking around. I really appreciate everybody that watches the videos. And yeah, please don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, comment down below with all of the stuff that I've mentioned. Otherwise, just say g'day. If you see me out and about, feel free to say g'day. Yeah, really appreciate it, everybody's support. And hopefully we'll dive into all this soon, and I'll have some more content coming. Got big plans, it's just a matter of actually doing it. All right, cheers guys, see you then. Thank you very much.